Hey there, ninjas. Welcome back to the Childcare Ninjas channel. It is great to see you, and I am Nikki B. For those of you who have not been here before, and for those of you who have been following us inside the Childcare Ninjas family already in some form or fashion, thank you, and it is wonderful to be back. Okay, so we're in 2026, and it is the year of one, in case you don't know that. So great year to be starting anew and refreshing and starting out fresh. So 2026, this video, we are going to share with you a few things to make sure that you can break out of the daycare prison that you might be in right now. So we're doing things a little different here on the channel this year. So we definitely want you to go in the comments, let us know what you think about the new types of videos that we'll be putting out, the new information that we'll be putting out. Make sure that you stay connected by subscribing to the channel. And we are going to go ahead and dig in from daycare prison to CEO, because that is where you should be headed if you are not already doing that in 2026. All right, check this out.
Okay, let's be real. If you're a child care provider, do you ever feel more like a prisoner in the very business you poured your heart into building? Well, if that's you, this is your escape plan. We're about to break down the exact steps to take your center from a place of burnout to a business that actually truly serves your life. Oof, does that one hit a little too close to home? For so many childcare owners, the dream of working with kids somehow turns into this reality of being chained to your center. You're working from sun up to way past sundown. It's this awful feeling of being trapped by the very thing you're most passionate about. And that is the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's not about working harder. I mean, come on, you're already doing that. It's about working smarter. It's about thinking in a totally different way. The key to the lock isn't in your building. It's right here, in your mind. But before we can stage the great escape, we have to be brutally honest about the problem. We need to take a hard look at the walls of this daycare jail so we know exactly what we're tearing down. You know this grind. You're the first one to arrive at 6 a.m. and the last one to lock up 12 hours later. And then what? You go home and business tasks like payroll bleed into your family time at the kitchen table. And the emotional trap, it is so real. You feel guilty if you leave, but you're completely fried if you stay. It's a lose-lose cycle. So how do we finally escape? It all starts with a fundamental shift in your identity. You have to stop thinking like an employee, the most overworked employee in your own business, and you have to start thinking like a CEO. On one side, you've got what we call the babysitter trap. This is where you're just copying the prices of the center down the street, and you believe you have to physically be there to make every single dollar. But the CEO mindset, that's totally different. A CEO understands that profit is actually what pays for quality, that systems are what create freedom, and that the goal isn't some mythical balance, it's a real, sustainable harmony. And this right here is the hard truth. If your business isn't making a profit, you can't keep it going. It's that simple. You can't invest in the kids, you can't invest in your team, and you certainly can't invest in yourself. It's just a passion project that's on a collision course with burnout, not a lasting legacy. Okay, so if we're gonna build a real business, we have to start with the two things that, let's be honest, scare owners the most: licensing and budgeting. But we're gonna flip the script and reframe them as your most powerful tools for success. Most people see state regulations as this huge mountain of obstacles, just a bunch of red tape designed to trip you up. But a CEO sees a roadmap. These regulations aren't there to stop you. They are the literal checklist for building a safe, high-quality, and totally defensible business. So don't just read the rules online. No. Print them out. Walk through your space with a highlighter in your hand, and make your inspector your ally, not your enemy. Call them up and ask them questions before the official visit. You have to see this whole process not as a hurdle, but as the very first test of your brand new CEO mindset. All right, once you have that licensing roadmap, you need the financial fuel to actually make the journey. And that means you have to budget for way more than just the cute furniture and the new toys. We've got a plan for all the things you can't even see. Let me introduce you to something I call the Always Something Fund. Because there's always something, right? The roof will leak, a crazy plumbing issue will pop up out of nowhere, a new city permit will be required. If you don't budget for these invisible costs, one emergency can literally sink your entire business. So build a profit plan from day one that accounts for the unexpected.
So, with that solid foundation in place, it is time to build your brand. This is all about how you show up in the world and, this is a big one, how you price your incredibly valuable services.
I want you to really think about that for a second. And if your first thought is, we have a great curriculum or we have really loving teachers, I'm going to stop you right there. Guess what? Every single center says that. We have to go deeper. Your competition can go out and buy the same curriculum, but you know what they can't copy? Your personal story. Why did you start this whole thing? What experience in your life drives this passion for quality care? That story is what builds real trust with parents, and it's what will get you a waiting list. All right, let's talk numbers. This right here, this is your target. After every single bill is paid, and yes, that includes your own salary, your business should be generating a minimum of 10% profit every month. And listen, this isn't about greed. This is the fuel for greatness. And here's exactly why that 10% is so important. Profit is what allows you to buy that awesome new STEM kit you've been eyeing. It's what replaces the worn-out playground equipment. It's what allows you to give your amazing team raises and finally pay yourself what you're actually worth. Profit isn't the opposite of quality, it's the engine of quality. So, we've shifted our mindset, we've built the foundation. Now it's time to build the escape hatch. This is all about creating systems so that the business can run beautifully even when you're not physically there. These are your keys to freedom. Stop chasing down checks and automate your billing with software. Create hiring systems like a simple online application with knockout questions so you only spend your precious time interviewing the best of the best. And please, surround yourself with a success team, an accountant, a mentor. This is how you stop being the only person who can do everything. Okay, we've gone from feeling trapped to shifting our mindset to building the systems. This final piece is about the destination, what it truly means to step into the role of CEO. Look, the goal was never balance. That's a myth that just creates more pressure and guilt. The real goal is harmony. Harmony is when you can go to your kids' afternoon school play, leave your phone in your pocket, and have complete trust that your team and your systems are running things beautifully without you. So ultimately, it all comes down to this one choice, a decision you have to make every single day. Are you going to continue to operate as the most overworked employee in your own company, or are you ready to step up, put these systems in place, and truly become the CEO of your business and of your life? The choice is all yours.
Okay, Ninja, so I hope that that information was extremely helpful to you. If it was, please let me know down below. If you love the new way that we are doing these videos now, please let me know down below in the comments section, because we want to bring you value and we want to make sure that you are getting the information that you need to get in order to grow your childcare business in 2026. There is so much help out there right now for you, and there's so much guidance, and there are numerous ways for you to grow your business and not be stuck doing just the everyday operations. And it's time for you to get up outside of your business so that you can grow your business. So if you are ready to do that, make sure that you reach out down below. There's links in the comments so that you can connect with us and begin to do everything that you need to do in order to grow in 2026. There's no reason why you can't grow this year. You are made for this. This is what your gift is, and we want to see you use it to the fullest. So make that commitment this year to really take your business from you being in there all the time to you working on it and becoming the CEO that you deserve to be inside your childcare business. So that said, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, click on the bell so that you always know whenever we are putting out new information and new videos for you. And stay connected, because Ninja, you got this. See you next time.